Hi, welcome to Meditation in Moonbeams, where we talk about how to use moon phases for manifesting, and then we follow up with a guided meditation to support your mental well-being and emotional goals. This meditation series is brought to you as part of the UMA Community Clinic Black Visions of Wellness program, Wellness Wednesdays. I'm Rhonda Kuykendall-Jabari, a master level Reiki practitioner and teacher, meditation guide, certified chakra therapist, certified aromatherapist, wellness practitioner, ritualist, and author. I help people regain a sense of control and balance in their lives using Reiki, chakra balancing, and aromatherapy to remove and release any energy that no longer serves a positive purpose. You can learn more about me on my website, www.wellnessuprising.com. So today is April 23rd, 2025. Can you believe it? We are like already second quarter of this year. And we're going to discuss the energy of the April 27th Taurus new moon. Then we'll close out with a meditation for grounding Black minds and bodies. For the purposes of meditation in moonbeams, this is how we approach the 4 major lunar cycles. The new moon, like we're discussing today, symbolizes new beginnings, fresh energy, and the planting of seeds for future growth. It's the ideal time to set intentions, start new projects, and align your energy with what you wish to manifest in the coming lunar cycle. The first quarter moon represents a time for action and facing challenges head on. And as you move forward from that phase, you're encouraged to break through obstacles and focus on growth, helping your intentions to take root. And then from there, the full moon, which is a time of culmination, manifestation, and reflection. It's the moment when the energy reaches its peak, making it a powerful time to release what no longer serves you and celebrate what's been achieved. And then finally, the last quarter moon, which is a time of reflection, introspection, and letting go of any lingering energies before the next new moon. So it's a time for clearing and rest and preparation for a new cycle. Being aware of the moon phases every day can help you to make more conscious decisions about what to do and what not to do on a given day. So on Sunday, April 27th, the sun and moon will form a super new moon that pulls the earth and our nervous systems a little bit closer. This lunation anchors us in the Taurus themes of worth, rest, pleasure, and the slow cultivation of security. This is exactly the medicine we need now with the state of affairs being what they are. There's a high level of chronic stress and racism-related trauma occurring for us right now. So why does this moon matter for our mental health? Well, the new moon squares both Mars in Leo and Pluto in Aquarius. And what that does is it brings up anger, power struggles, and the push to transform outdated systems. So our collective task then is to transmute tension into self-affirming action. The eclipse that we had earlier this month, actually more than one in April, stirs up generational wounds. So this new moon seeds new patterns of embodied resilience. And then, just as a good reality check, 46% of Black high schoolers report experiencing racism at school, a factor strongly linked to depression, anxiety, and suicidality. Recent studies also confirm that racial trauma is directly correlated with higher rates of depressive symptoms and suicide ideation in Black adults. Taurus reminds us that healing is not theoretical. It lives in the body, the budget, and the backyard garden that we can touch. So if you like to journal or take notes or write, here are 5 culturally rooted journal prompts. 1, ancestral endowment. Ask yourself, when I listen to my lineage, what do my ancestors tell me about resting without guilt? 2, somatic safety. Where in my body do I store the day-to-day microaggressions? And which sensation signal I'm safe, and how can I amplify those? 3, radical receiving. What simple pleasure, whether it's a shea butter massage or listening to some gospel on vinyl or the sun on your scalp, but which of these simple pleasures reminds you that you're worthy? There's no hustle required. And for economic integrity, ask yourself, how can I honor the value of my labor today in a system that often underpays Black brilliance? And 5, the Garden of Joy. Picture November 1st, 2025, and that's when the Taurus full moon comes around. What harvest of mental emotional wellness do you want to celebrate? And what seed must be planted now? So, along with those journal prompts, here are some action steps that you can take today to come into alignment with this energy that's coming up on the 27th of this month. Curate rest as resistance sanctuary. Dress a corner in your home with a grounding scent like vetiver or frankincense. And toss in the corner a weighted blanket and a playlist of some soothing Black voices. This is your cue for nervous system resets. Call in community care. Text a trusted friend, therapist, or healer, and lock in a post-new moon check-in. Social support is a proven buffer against racial trauma and induced depression. Audit your budget for joy. Move, even if it's just $5, move a few dollars into a pleasure fund that finances therapy copays or fresh produce boxes or that pottery class that you've been looking at. Just tangible investments in your mental health. Ground through your senses. Prepare a Taurus-approved meal of roasted root veggies drizzled in olive oil. Eat mindfully, naming each flavor as an affirmation of presence. And a real lifesaver right now is your ability to block out unapologetic rest. Add a recurring calendar alert labeled Paid in Peace and treat it like the most important business meeting of the week because your nervous system is the business. As the Taurus new moon kisses the fertile soil, may every Black mind find room to exhale. May every Black body claim space to soften. And may every Black soul remember we are not merely surviving hostile terrain. We are planting whole forests of calm, wealth, and radical self-worth that's going to outlive the systems that are trying to uproot us. So ground down, rise up, and let the circle of care be unbroken. Now let's move on to our guided meditation, Rooted and Rich, aligning Black minds and bodies with the Taurus new moon. Settle into a chair or lie on a mat. Make sure that your spine is long and your shoulders are relaxed and down. If you can, dim the lights and light a green or brown candle. And let a grounding scent curl through the air. And say out loud or within, I step into a sanctuary where rest is resistance and breath is sovereign. I step into a sanctuary where rest is resistance and my breath is sovereign. I step into a sanctuary where rest is resistance and my breath is sovereign. And now let's take a few deep breaths together. Breathe in through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold that breath for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then take in 2 more counts. 1, 2, and then exhale. All the way until your lungs are empty. Imagine each out breath sweeping generational tension from your ribs, making space for ease. Breathe in through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more quick inhales. 4, 3, 2, and exhale. Until all the way emptied out. Let's go again for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Sip in. 2, and then exhale. All the way until your lungs are empty and your shoulders remain relaxed. Again, breathe in through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 quick sips in and exhale. Again, breathe in. 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 quick inhales and exhale. Again, breathe in through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Sip in and exhale. Until empty. And last time. Breathe in through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 quick inhales and exhale. Now, I'd like you to feel the soles of your feet. Visualize ebony roots spiraling downward, piercing concrete and bedrock, and moving through time itself until they drink from ancestral waters of calm. Sense Harriet's courage and Big Mama's lullabies, Tuskegee brilliance, all of it flowing upward to fortify you. And as you tap into that energy, whisper to yourself, their roots are my roots. Their resilience, my refuge. Their roots are my roots. Their resilience, my refuge. Their roots are my roots. Their resilience, my refuge. And now, let's move our awareness all the way through our bodies, starting with the feet and ankles as they absorb gravity and receive unwavering support from the core of the earth. Moving upward, loosen your calves and knees. Just release the need to outrun this grind culture that we've all bought into. Square off and widen your thighs and hips, creating room for both pleasure and purpose. Flood your belly and lower back with emerald light, digesting stress into steady fuel. Now for your heart and shoulders, unhook any inherited burdens and let your shoulders lower and fall another 2 inches. Just relax. Now open your palms. Visualize warm copper coins gathering there. That's the proof of your worth. Soften the muscles in your jaw and face and allow ease to smooth every micro muscle. See a Taurus crescent now descending into your crown to fuse with your heartbeat. Now let's take a tour of your senses. Smell the earthy aroma around you and name it ground. Taste residual moisture in your mouth and name it life. Feel the fabric on your skin and name it safety. Hear the distant hums resonating. Name them rhythm. And with your eyes closed and your sight shaded behind your lids, name this darkness rest. And now we'll go through those senses again and seal the energy with an affirmation. Smell the earthy aroma and name it ground. And say aloud to yourself, I deserve this ease. Taste residual moisture and name it life. I deserve this ease. Feel the fabric on your skin and name it safety. I deserve this ease. Listen to the distant hums and name them rhythm. I deserve this ease. And behind your closed lids, name this darkness rest. I deserve this ease. Now, in this relaxed and receiving state, picture yourself kneeling at twilight. And your palms are cupped and they're holding a single obsidian seed. This is radical self-worth. Take that seed and lower it into fertile soil. And your roots pulse nutrients in the form of joy, financial wisdom, communal love. And then watch a sprout push upward toward the sky, blooming fully by the Taurus full moon that's coming up on November 1st. Breathe the future harvest, which is therapy funded, boundaries honored, rest normalized. And repeat 3 times. What I plant in calm, I will reap in power. What I plant in calm, I will reap in power. What I plant in calm, I will reap in power. Now let's seal our intentions with affirmations. Repeat after me aloud or to yourself. I anchor my nervous system in sacred stillness. I anchor my nervous system in sacred stillness. I anchor my nervous system in sacred stillness. Pleasure is my birthright, not a paycheck perk. Pleasure is my birthright, not a paycheck perk. Pleasure is my birthright, not a paycheck perk. My money and my mental health grow together under my care. My money and my mental health grow together under my care. My money and my mental health grow together under my care. Slow is holy. I refuse to rush my blooming. Slow is holy. I refuse to rush my blooming. Slow is holy. I refuse to rush my blooming. I transmute ancestral struggle into contemporary stability. I transmute ancestral struggle into contemporary stability. I transmute ancestral struggle into contemporary stability. Community care fortifies me. Isolation has no claim here. Community care fortifies me. Isolation has no claim here. Community care fortifies me. Isolation has no claim here. Every breath I take is a down payment on generational peace. Every breath I take is a down payment on generational peace. Every breath I take is a down payment on generational peace. And let each one of these affirmations sink like rain into fresh soil. Now we'll return to the breath. It's steady and unforced. Wiggle your fingers and toes and sense renewed weight in your limbs. Place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly and feel them rise together and fall together. These are syncopated drums of life. Offer gratitude to earth beneath, candle beside, lineage within. And when you're ready, open your eyes, carrying the Taurus rhythm of grounded abundance into every step, affirming, rooted resourced, and richly alive. I move forward in sovereign peace. Rooted, resourced, and richly alive. I move forward in sovereign peace. Rooted, resourced, and richly alive. I move forward in sovereign peace. Bow to yourself. Bow to the ancestors and to the seeds now quietly germinating in your soul. Thank you so much for joining today's meditation. And make sure that you join us next Wednesday, which is the 30th. Wow. At 1 p.m. Pacific for another healing session of meditation in moonbeams with Uma Black Visions of Wellness and me, Rhonda Kuykendall-Jabari of Wellness Uprising. May your path be clear, your heart full, and your spirit grounded. Until we meet again in stillness, find peace and be well.